Oh, the jukebox again. It's fine the way it is. Alright then. Yeah, Gil, you're in my spot. Please. Oh, sorry. Wait. There we go. Wait. Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave. Whoa. Alright. Also, you're cleaning one of Boss's chicken buckets. Did she ask you to do that? If I told you she did, would you believe me? Without a doubt. Let's go with that then. Did the dog shit in the chicken bucket? That would be in poor form. Right. Oh, speaking of cat boomers, greetings. Oh, Stella, what can I get you? I'll go with a Bleeding Jane today. A Bleeding Jane for Stella. So that would be 2 of you. Blended. 6 of that. Because we make them big here at Valhalla. As big and as wide as the sea is vast. And I think that's all we need. Yes. Okay. Just gotta blend it. Which I can do. Wasn't aged, wasn't on the rocks. Alright. Ha! Success. Okay, good. Here you go. Thank you. What brought you here today? Waiting for Cy? I came by myself, actually. I was in the area, and I stopped to say hi. Oh. That's pretty interesting, though. When I first saw you, I doubted you'd ever come here again. Well, this place is comfortable, I must admit. So quiet and secluded. It's also clean. Really clean. Well, Gil is the one you can owe that to. The guy takes pride in how clean he keeps things around here. If you ever need cleaning staff, he's a nice pick. Really? He's a bit out of it today, though. I see. Hey, Jill, have you heard of the new gold rush in the city? Gold rush? Everyone is paying small fortunes to get their hands on pieces of White Knight suits. Why? I think I heard something or read something about that, but I'm having doubts, so probably not. In any case, how is it a gold rush? Well, the tech behind the suits was always safely guarded, but after the events at the bank, well, sorry. After the events at the bank, the suits were remotely shut down, bricking many of them in the process. Many units dropped their armor right there and fled when the lynchings went on. Any White Knight still stuck in their suit had to take the armor off manually to run away. It all happened in the middle of the lynching, so they'd be sitting ducks if they didn't. Some weren't that lucky. They got beaten up while they weren't able to move. Yeah, I guess that would suck in power armor that could be hacked, or shut down remotely, I should say. So, between the suits... Jukebox is a little slow on the take. There we go. Between the suits becoming glorified paperweights and many White Knights going on the run, there ended up being a lot of junk lying around. The whole scientific community is rejoicing. They're on a race to reverse engineer the suits and take as much technology as possible from them. And of course, even single pieces of the armor fetch a high price these days. Could anyone see any profit from that research to justify those expenses? It's new tech, a whole new field, ripe with patents just open for so many. So I'd say yes. Huh. I mean, the BTC is literally a conglomerate built upon patents and trademarks. I could see how. There is one weird case, though. Oh yeah? There's this guy named Jack. He's the captain of a very unique Blitzkrieg Corps unit. Unique. The guy had a really small unit, 5 people including himself. The aesthetics of his unit's armor was heavily modded to the point they looked like a squad of henshin heroes. And what? They looked really gaudy. Like Space Marines? Like 40k Space Marines? Like Cold Dark Future Space Marines? I gotcha. But it turned out that the guy actually broke through the software and disabled the remote switch. He has one of the few, if not the only, suits of armor with the OS intact. To say they're among the most wanted people would be an understatement. You know a lot about this. It's interesting, the amount of things you hear when dealing with drunk people of all kinds in the same place. It also helps to put on a front that makes people lower their guard. That should sound familiar to you. Yeah, true. Wait. Here's a freebie and a fun fact. The failsafe was originally going to involve the armor blowing up and leaving no traces. That does sound familiar. I feel like that's a reference to something. Going over my head right now, though. But regulations and laws didn't allow that kind of technology near civilians. I guess even Zaibatsu has its limits. You people love to demonize Zaibatsu Corps because, let's face it, they're far from innocent. But they're not evil overlords, they're just greedy. They're just a big corporation. They just so happen to have control over what tantamounts to a city-state. But corporations will naturally resort to draconian methods. Like the jukebox, draconian in its musical selection. I've heard horror stories from people outside the city about trying to use product placement. If you so much as hold a bottle the wrong way, or get in the way of a logo, you'll be in for lots of trouble. And let's not start with theme parks or the like, they're dystopias of their own. Well, then again, the demonization is due to Quincy being such a clown. He has no power anyways. He's just the front that would have a council behind Zaibatsu Corps chose. He makes a fool of himself, and the attention is taken away from whatever it is Zaibatsu is actually doing. Wow, he really is the court jester in this whole scheme, this Game of Thrones, if you will. So what you're saying is that Glitch City is basically one big theme park? I've called the White Knights glorified mall security in the past, so yeah, basically. Huh. No, seriously, hen what? Can I get a Brantini here, please? Yeah, sure, Brantini. Is that like some reference to like a comic or, I don't know, like a show? Is it the future's word for anime? Are you secretly a nerd and you don't want to be outed because of your high-flaunting society status? Could that be what it's all about? Here's a Brantini. Dish, come on, talk. Thanks. So, I take it you're in a good mood today. Does it show? A bit. Yeah, well, I mean, I managed to nab a couple of tickets for the Kiramiki concert, so... Oh yeah, I forgot you're a fan. Well, you should know she was here. Ooh, right, as it turns out, she was just here. Again? Sorry. Again. Can't believe I just missed her. I was surprised, too. I was more surprised she remembered my name, though. And like last time, she was, well, quite the graceful client. So, those rumors about her being really nice in person are actually true. Amazing. I mean, you always want the famous people to be nice in real life, but having such backing to that claim, to hear that she's so nice to everyone, it's nice to hear, you know? In fact, many think that's what made her so famous so quickly. How she's down to earth and totally accessible, making her someone everyone wants to root for. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't want to feel like you're supporting crappy people. Although, to be honest, I've never put much thought into that one. Hell, half the time I have no idea who made what I use, nor do I care much. Being a nice person will take you far, though. My daddy always insisted that being ruthless in the boardroom doesn't mean being an ass. And he has actually managed to get certain contracts over other, more powerful people. All thanks to being a nice guy overall. Sounds like good advice. But more importantly, Daddy, do you really believe me saying she was just here that easily? You're not the kind to lie about stuff like that, so sure. Ha! There we go. Thanks, I guess. That said, can you go to the concert so easily? What about security and the like? My dad always has a unit keeping an eye on me from a distance, and you'd be surprised at how easily I can disguise myself with just a different hairdo and a cap. Gotcha. I wonder if I could get in the disabled line with sign her wounds. Although she'll probably nag me about how she doesn't need it when she shouldn't abuse that. Hey, can you get me a classic drink? Sure, we can get you a classic drink. How about, well, a beer, I guess. I mean, I was gonna give you the other ones, but I'm not really sure if you're being very particular when you say drink, like you want a proper drink, an alcoholic drink, or just like, you know, a beverage. I suppose if you just want a beverage, you would have asked for one. You want a drink, you get a drink. It's simple as that. Okay, so we're mixing this one up. Ha! And there's a beer for you. There's a classic drink. Thank you. Do you have many servants around the house, Stella? I do, but they've been with us for so long, they're pretty much family. That's very nice. I didn't take you as the one to, like, Scrooge them around, but nice to hear it from you. My dad always said that if you earn someone's trust, they'll gleefully work for you, and everyone wins. Your dad's a wise man. We even had a young gardener that left to study engineering, and he actually came back. He still comes by every weekend to tend to the plants. That sounds nice. Let me know if you're ever in need of a job. I might find you something. I will take you up on that offer right now. I'm about to lose one. This bar's closing after all. Wait. I just realized something's off with the whole tech gold rush story. What would it be? Wouldn't all that tech be patented anyways? I'm trying to crack it in the first... I get trying to crack it in the first place, but that would be true if the tech was patented in the first place. It isn't? The Zaibatsu have been so paranoid about making the White Knights untouchable, they never patented anything. That is so dumb. A patent would be in a database that someone could hack and retrieve info from. I take it back, I'm dumb. Not to mention they've been using tech from other companies without any authorization, and no patent registry in their right mind would ever approve of that global shutdown signal. Let alone how it immobilized everyone still inside one of those suits. So the ones that were upholding the law did so using suits that were all made by illegal means. The irony runs deep, wouldn't you say? Why do it, though? When you have so much money, you start thinking you can screw around with the rules. All that power makes you think you're above every law there is. And this city is what happens when that money starts making the rules. I'm curious though, have you ever covered up any fuck-ups by using money? I think we've all done things we're not too proud of at some point of our lives. Well, Jill, I've got to go. Always a pleasure. Yeah, please come again. Ah, Alma. No hello? You're pretty insistent on that one, aren't you? It's basic courtesy, something I will fight to uphold. First, greetings, stop. Then saying please and thanks, stop. And before you know it, boom! Total anarchy. You're exaggerating. Am not. In fact, I'll go through that door again and I expect you to properly greet me this time. Yeah, okay then. Hello, Jill. Once upon a midnight dreary while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore. While I nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. So you're gonna throw some Edgar Allan Poe her way. 'Tis some visitor, I muttered, tapping at the chamber door, only this and nothing more. You overdid it, you totally overdid it. Quoth the bartender, I did not. So you like poetry? I had a phase. Can I get you something? Let's start with a big cobalt velvet. Honey, whether or not you asked for it, it was going to be big, so don't you fret. Now, 2 of those, 3 of these, and some ketamine. Carmotron, god damn it, I will get that right before this game's done. It's on the rocks, and it's mixed. Oh, come on, how'd I... Okay, hold on a second. We're going to get this right. Yes. 6. Okay, hold on a second here. 4. Yes. 6. Yes. 10. Shortly. You wanted a big one. You will get a big one. And you are on the rocks and mixed. There. Alright, there we go. Angry bartender. Thanks. Oh yeah, there's something I've been wondering about for a while. Does the name Shadowmaster 69's Chronicles ring any bells? Should it? Wow, you went pale. No, that name doesn't ring any bells. May 22nd, today my daily card readings told me that I'd meet great change thanks to an old man. My biology teacher told me I'd been picked for inter-school contest with my latest essay. I just knew a scientific theory and the idea of auras was revolutionary, as I thought. Soon I'll bring the world into the occult science singularity. Later entries don't seem to have gone that well, though. Mentions of being laughed at, being lectured on the essay was wrong. Jill? I made sure to delete that blog. No evidence should be left. I can think of at least 6 different sources off the top of my head that have all that stuff archived. Why? Why? Sheesh, relax. It's not that bad. What do you mean it's not that bad? Don't you realize how embarrassing all that is? We've all been young, Jill, relax. It's not like you're still like that nowadays. That would have been embarrassing. You're not still like that, right? Gods, no, I gave up on that whole occult stuff. It's just, remembering all that stuff is... Ugh. I don't know. I like the way you looked. All dressed in black with the rare accessory popping out thanks to the colors. I mean, at least you had the decency to use makeup and take care of yourself. So, you have a pick. Oh God, you have a fucking pick. Why do you do this to me? Why do you dig out the sins of my past? I was bored. Last Friday, I had to take my mind off the whole Diana thing, so I ran a small background check on you. Simple stuff, past internet activity. Oh, man. I wonder if that's even going to be a worry people have anymore. Like, they're just like, yeah, you found my internet history, so what? Because now people are like, but I took it off. I was going in incognito mode. How did you know? Please don't run background checks like that. I just used a search engine, I didn't request documents or anything. What led you to the page? You do realize your main mail account everywhere is still the one you used back then, right? Like I said, relax. You were obsessed with occultism. I wanted to kiss all the boys. And I kind of almost accomplished that in middle school, which still sort of haunts me today. And what song fits such a thing? Dawn approaches because it took you all night. Ha 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 ha. Never underestimate the lengths old classmates will go to track you down. I have yet to experience that, I mean, I remember people from grade school. Heck, I can remember people from kindergarten. That's... Phew. I'm impressed with myself. Haven't had any of them tried to track me down, though. Or from high school. Because the ones I kept in contact with, I still want to keep in contact with. I'm sure it'll happen one day. Especially if they think you're still the girl that kissed them for fun and they're lonely to boot. Oh, that's sad. That's sad. We all have things we're not too proud of as adults. Well, now I know how criminals feel when evidence is used against them. I have to ask, though, why the 69? It was supposed to be 6'9", not 69, like in reference to both Lovers and the Hermit. I was convinced it meant wise choices. Yeah, Jill, there's nobody that would read that as 6-9. I was 12 at the time. Even at 12, I fucking knew what a 69 was. Just how innocent were you? You have no idea. Well, let's sweeten things up a bit. I'll have a sugar rush. Yeah, sure. Yeah, a lot of people are getting sugar rushes now, aren't they? I don't need to make that one big. It's got... no, not you. It's got enough booze in it without my assistance. And it's mixed, too, so, I mean, that's nice. Seriously, though, there's been a bunch of people coming and asking for sugar rushes. And no appearance, good God. Am I the one drinking? Appearance by Anna. Here, this is the thing. Say, Alma, speaking of the past, what was your last long-term relationship like? Oh, God, how much time have we got? Well, that's sudden. You dug through my past, I've earned the right to dig through yours. Fine, fine. Long-lasting relationships, huh? Romantic ones, I'm guessing. Yep. Huh. Well, I've had about 4 boyfriends I describe as such that I've introduced to my family and all. First one was in high school. Broke up with him because he cheated on me. Good reason. I remember the other girl trying to pick a fight and me just saying, keep the fucker. Again, wise. The second one was during my freshman year. Broke up with him after he thought it'd be funny to punch me in the arm. He starts with a friendly hit, and before you know it... Anyways, seems like there was more to that one. Anyways, moving on. The other guy I met shortly after I dropped out. He was interested in marriage, but he wanted to get married after only half a year or so of knowing him. Yeah, it's a bit fast. And then there's Richard. Who? I spent almost 4 years with him. Oh, sorry, so that wasn't that. And then there's Richard. Didn't need to go Dr. Claw. Yeah, anyway. We got along pretty well. We had awesome chemistry. I really loved him. As time went by, there was a rift that started separating us. He just didn't like my family. He didn't? Moreover, he wasn't a family person. He distanced himself from his own and voiced that he didn't want kids. There was a part of me that wanted to believe, even if just for a little bit, that maybe he'd change his mind. You can't change people like that. As much as I loved him, that one detail brought a growing gap between us. At one point, I just had to break up with him. But I'm not here to depress you. Bring me a beer, will you? Sure. Yeah, let's get her a big old burr. Hey, give me the recipe. I don't remember it off the top of my head. I can barely remember a sugar rush, and that's only got 3 ingredients. All right, I was making a big one, so that needs 4. 2 of these. 4 of you. Right? Yeah, 2, 4, 2, 4, 8. Gotcha. All right. Oh, goddamn. Okay, easy does it. Ha-ha! Take the beer. Thanks for telling me that, by the way. Oh, don't mention it. Come on, I gotta be close to the end of this shift. Shut. Seriously, man? God damn, you take a while to switch songs. Wow, you really are embarrassed of that blog, huh? Sure, ask away. And at what age did you get those implants in your boobs? Jill, I love you, and I know you're saying that in jest. But I've lived through so many rumors about me getting surgery that I can't and won't take it as a joke. As such, and honoring our friendship, I'll just say this. They're real, and they're spectacular. Now ask the real question before I slap you. I'll grant you one, and only one chance to call me by my full name as compensation then. I'll gladly take your offer. It's funny that you only mentioned slapping, because my real question was, why did you get your hands chopped? Chopped. Well, there's a couple of reasons, and we'll have to wait until the next exciting episode of Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartender Action. Because this one ran a little long in the tooth, and that sounds like a story that's going to take a lot longer. So, we'll find out the secret behind Alma's chopped hands and answer the eternal question, are they real or are they fake? Because, you know what, let's keep the rumor mill alive. People keep circulating the falsivities, if that's even a word. I might have just made one up. Anyway, my name's Rye. You guys take care of yourselves. They're probably fake.